What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Hud, and I told you I'm gonna try to make sure I get up here and we can discuss something, you know. And like I said, my thing don't stop, and it don't matter if people tune in. People could watch later, but this information that I'm gonna start to produce is I'm gonna start producing it, and I did my job after that. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not going to be up here long. I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to talk about social justice for a little while. And I'm going to give you guys the definition of what social justice is. So we don't have no problems on what it means. So I'm going to tell you what social equality is. Excuse me, not social justice. Social equality, social justice, it's all the same. Social equality is a state of affair in which all people within a specific society have the equal rights, liberty, and status, possibly including civil rights, freedom of speech, property rights, and equal access to certain social goods and social services. Social equality requires the absence of legal enforced social class. Like that should have nothing to do with nothing. Social equality should have no title should come in the way of what's going on. We should all be equal. It should be no social classes like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're from a poor class, we're not going to be able to hang out with somebody that's a millionaire, and that's just how it is. And it shouldn't be like that because that's not social equality. That means we can't hang out with the elite because we don't have money. You know what I'm saying? Now, where was I at? Social equality requires the absence of legal enforced social class or caste boundaries and the absence of discrimination motivated by the inalienable part of a person's identity. For example, advocates of social equality believe in equal justice under law for all people, regardless of sex, gender, ethnicity, age, sexual orientation, origin, caste, or class, income, or property, convictions, opinions, health, or disability. Social equality is related to social opportunity. Now, the reason why I say that is because a lot of our young youth that run around out here in these streets, they might be smart to a lot of stuff, but sometimes they don't be informed on a lot of stuff that people might be taking advantage of them with, like social equality. You know what I'm saying? Some young kids might not know when their rights are being violated, when somebody's doing something against them, or when somebody might not want to give them a job or let them come in because they're not this person or they're not that person. Like say for instance, if a young kid from my hood or something grew up in the neighborhood poor, now he's on a bus. Now say he gets off the bus for a minute, but the bus breaks down, so everybody got to get off the bus. He gets off the bus. He's in a rich neighborhood. Now he's dressed like he's from the inner city, like a thug, jeans hanging down, hat backwards. So he's hungry. He want to get something to eat and something to drink. Now say he wants to go inside this upscale place. Now they told him they're not going to serve him because he don't have the right attire on. Now, some people would be like, well, they can do that. Now, on the restaurant, there's nothing written saying you have to have any kind of dress code or nothing. Don't say none of that. Don't say I have to be formal. Don't say you have to have a suit jacket on. Don't say none of that. But they tell him that. But they're lying. Now, that's social inequality, and it's not social justice. But see, if you don't know that, you would just take it like, later for it, I'll go somewhere else, not knowing that they just violated your rights. So it's always good to know your rights and to know what's going on when you're in your community. Because I don't care what community that you're in. There's no community that you're not entitled to be around, to be in. I don't care if they have money or not. There's nobody that's bigger than somebody that's not financially stable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should feel You shouldn't feel any kind of way if you don't have the amount of money that somebody else's have, and you shouldn't let people make you feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about that. And see, that's how I grew up when I was younger. I let that influence me. I let that cause me to do crime. You know what I'm saying? So I can get money to have sneakers to go to school, fresh sneakers, or to have fresh clothes, you know. So I let that influence me the wrong way. I didn't have the guidance that I needed. You know what I'm saying? And my first time going to prison was at the age of 17. You know, me, my brother, and my best friend, rest in peace, was dead right now, decided to rob a nature store. It was a nature store around the corner from my house. You know, we had one little gun, and we went in there and we caught ourselves robbing like we see on TV. You know, we did an armed robbery. You know, but back then I was young, and you know what? I didn't think of how scared them people was in there at that time. How somebody could have had a heart attack, or I could have made around and messed around and shot somebody. You know, I didn't think about none of that stuff, man. And I regretted that. I really regretted that. And when I did that time, I never did another robbery like after that. Like, my problem was I'm smarter than that. I can come up with a better way to hustle now. I can sell drugs, you know, which is so stupid, man. Like, I'm just, you know, it's stupid. You think it's stupid now, but back then you think you're making the right choice in life. You think you're making the right choice. You think you're doing what you have to do to survive. And that's a shame that it came to that. And like I said, if I had somebody that could have been somebody that could have guided me or you know, helped me to go another route, I think I probably could have made out a little better in life. You know what I'm saying? One thing I can say though, I was smart in school. I didn't play no games when it came to going to school and doing my work. You know, I did that. You know, I never slumped on that. And I think it's because, like I told you in one of my other videos, that was my escape. You know, doing my work and getting bulked down and bolted down into schoolwork, into the books, into figuring out how to figure out this math problem, figuring out how to write this paragraph, you know, and that stuff kept me from feeling less than, you know what I'm saying? Because I would get good grades, and most of my grades would be better than everybody else's. So I'd be like, yeah, I might couldn't beat him with the cool guy category, but I can beat him with the schoolwork. You know what I'm saying? I get my accolades and thank yous, and you did good, and I'm proud of you from doing good in school. You know what I'm saying? Which came from some teachers in school. It didn't really come from home because, like I told you, my mother was barely home. And when she was home, she was so damn tired, she would come in and go to bed. You know what I'm saying? So me and my two brothers really was like on our own all the time. Like, but I knew she was working and I knew she had to do what she had to do. But all that free time cost us, which wasn't her fault. We did it. We chose not to stay in the house while she was at work. We chose to sneak and smoke weed. We chose to be stealing out of Macy's and Edward Malley's and snatching gold chains and all that type of stuff. We chose all that. She didn't do that to us. And we can't blame it on our society, our inner city, because it's not them. It's us. You know, yeah, there's things in the way that might cause us to make the wrong decision, but in the end, we make the decision. Nobody makes it for us. We make the decision to do wrong. Now, is that decision assisted by other means of life, other struggles of life? Yes, it is. If your lights are off, your gas is off, you don't have no food in the refrigerator, and you have people right out front of your house talking about you can sell these 30 things and I'll give you $60. So if you sell 60 things, that's $120. So you tell me I'm not gonna get that $120 to get some food and get my lights turned on? I'm not gonna do that. A smart person wouldn't do it, but a person that think they were smart and saying I can have my lights on tomorrow would do it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably was one of them. I'm not gonna say I probably was. I am one of them dudes that would have did it. And after that, the feeling became, I can do this. I can keep doing this. I can keep doing this. I'm not thinking about prison. I'm not thinking about getting caught. I'm not thinking about undercover sales. I'm not thinking about nobody robbing me. I'm not thinking about going to jail. All I know is I can get some money that can help ease the pain of my mother having to take care of a household as a single mom with 3 boys. And that's how I was thinking. And that's all I was thinking about. Besides the fact that I really didn't have a lot of friends, I was dark skinned, and back then dark wasn't in, light skin was in. So I was the blackie, the midnight Mary, the spooky, or charcoal, and all that stuff. I used to act like it didn't bother me, but it really fucking did bother me, and I got in a lot of fights behind it. I had a lot of anger, so I used to get in a lot of fights and stuff, man, and that used to it was like some kind of medicine for me, like getting in the fight, like I was releasing something, I was getting it out of me, like I got it out of, and so I was going around looking for that. So I would be ready to fight bullies, even if I figured I might couldn't win. I'm still gonna fight anyway, because like they said when we was growing up, I don't care if you lose, as long as you fought, and that was my motto. As long as I fight, I don't care. But that didn't get me nowhere, man. That part of the life got me struggling at the age of 54, 55 years old right now, just finishing school, having to go to school to get some kind of degree at the age of 50 and finishing up at 55 and still not finished because of the COVID. So I got to go finish to get my master's because I got my bachelor's degree last week, but I'm not satisfied with that. I need the master's and the PhD if God bless me the time to be here. And look at this. This is something, man. I've been talking up here for almost 12 minutes and I don't have one viewer. Ain't that something? And I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's the shit that makes me want to say, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it and I know it's a few supporters of mine that's, they probably doing other things or it's late. So they're probably, sleep or, already whatever they're involved in because I haven't been up here in a while. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop. And you guys going to see it's going to get better and better. You're going to be like, okay, Jay really was doing what he said he was going to do. I can see it in the content. The content used to be just talking about stuff, trying to say what you're going to do while you were going to school and figuring it out. Then all of a sudden now you graduated like you said you was going to do. Now you got to get your job and you start putting your money into your platform and you'll see it start to develop. And like I said, I got my first donation. That's one. Hopefully I can get enough view time hours, so I can monetize my channel. And that would help me out because now I can get commercials. And I don't know the ads I can put up there. I hope they could be ads that talk about helping kids and helping a youth and talking about developing the inner cities because them are the type of ads I want. I don't want no ads talking about drinking some kind of juice that makes you feel good. And I don't want no ads with them type of products. If the ad's not going to help our people, I don't want no ads. I'm really here to try to help our people elevate. I'm tired of having to work for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like even these platforms right here, YouTube and Facebook, they're owned by Jewish and white people that got billions and billions of dollars. Why couldn't it be owned by somebody black? Where are the people that all the black people that be on these social sites? Somebody's billionaires. I mean, why can't they create a platform like Facebook, a platform like Instagram, a platform like YouTube? We got the financial ability to do it. We have the resources. People can put their heads together and figure it out. Put your heads together and figure it out. Buy up some of these teams that are owned by all old Jewish men with money that their grandkids are going to be able to spend 100 years from now. Stop dribbling the ball and start owning the damn ball. For real, because people talk, oh yeah, they'll give you 200 million for 5 years. But you know how much money that owner of that team makes in 5 years? It's ridiculous. It's way beyond 200 million. You can believe that. So that's a lot of money. And we see that money and we jump on it. And then we think that, yeah, we came off. 200 million, you got to work for this man who's going to make 500 billion. If you get hurt, it's like bring a truck out, dump truck, sweep you off in the truck and get you out of there, and they on to the next dude. That's how it go. You could be their number one man, superstar, busting ass 2 years in a row. But as soon as you get hurt and you're going to be out for a year or two and they want to win, they'll pick up somebody else. And then next year your contract can be traded off somewhere. Especially, unless you got some teams are loyal, like with Klay Thompson for the Golden State Warriors. He been hurt. This is his second year, and they still holding on to him for right now. So everybody is not like that in the sports world. But overall, we need to start owning some of these teams because we dominate as far as playing football and basketball. Mostly black players. We're playing, but we're not owning. And this is what we got to try to teach our youth because they are our future. And the youth that's doing the right thing, because that's another thing. All the youth that's out here are not negative, not doing wrong, not living in the streets. In the inner cities, there are people that's doing good things. There's young kids that's doing good things, but we don't hear about it because we focus on the negative. And see, that's what I want to start bringing to light. The kids that's growing up in these inner cities that are doing good, so I can show other youth that might not be in a good situation that they too can do it, because these people grew up just like you grew up, with parents that's on drugs, with a single mother or a single father, or living with a grandmother or adopted, and they still decided not to go the wrong way. If we can hear this and hear why they didn't go the wrong way, or how they did it, and was it hard, or did they want to? Did they want to follow their friends? This is stuff we need to know so we can let the inquiring minds hear this. And you might have somebody that might want to escape out of the world that they've been living in for the last 2 or 3 years, or for the last few months. Because I don't think nobody wants to take a chance on going to jail if they don't have to, or taking a chance on losing their life unexpectedly by gun violence, or going to jail for a long time for something that your friends did, but you were with them, but you didn't tell them not to do it. You just went along with it because you was too scared to say, I'm not with it, or too scared to say, bro, I'm not doing that, I'm out of here. Or such a follower that you say, go ahead, I don't care. And now because you say I don't care, now boom, you in 100-year thing because they done killed somebody and you was with them. So this is stuff that I want to try to help our youth with, building up their self-esteem, learning how to tell people when they're doing the wrong things in life, learning how to get up when they make a mistake, brush themselves off and start over. And that's what life is about, man. It's your boy Jay Hud, and I'm out of here. It's been 18 minutes and nobody checked in. So you know what I say? Fuck it.